Hello, everyone, and welcome to the After Ever After podcast, the show where we take a look at Disney sequels to truly see what life is like after ever after. I'm James, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Andy.
Hello there.
How are you doing today, Andy?
I'm good. We're going to be doing a movie this week where someone has a sense of deja vu. I don't know if that's relatable for you at all, James.
Just a little bit, yeah. I'm not sure why. Do you want to explain what happened, Andy? What happened, Andy?
Yeah, well, we did 90 minutes of recording Cinderella 3 2 days ago. We did it nice and early this time, before the fireworks, because we're recording this on Bonfire Week, and we are about to finish, and I realised that my computer has crashed and none of it recorded.
I was in the middle of saying something.
You were, yeah.
So I was just chatting, and then all I heard was, "Ah!" And it was so funny. And I was like, did I say something? Are you reacting to something in the film? What's happening? And then you were like, yeah, it stopped recording 40 minutes in, and I was like, no!
My little greasy heart broke. But we've taken a couple of days break. We're fresh again. We're ready to come back and tackle this one more time.
Oh, yeah. Which is quite apt. Like you say, deja vu. We're ready to do it again. Could that have something to do with this film? But before we get into it, it's time to look at Andy's favourite segment.
It is.
Before.
It is my favourite segment because we usually do, and we are still doing, our Disney sequels in chronological order from the originals. And as we pass by, I like to imagine the After Ever After as a little train ride. And we're passing by all the other films that didn't get sequels, like, so long, see ya.
Bye-bye.
But this time we're still at the same stop. We're on Cinderella 3. Following Cinderella 2 last week. So instead of looking back at the films in between that didn't get a sequel, I just got some other ways in which Cinderella 1 continued and a few little fun facts.
Ooh.
So the main one of how Cinderella continued after the original animation is the live-action adaptation, which we didn't really reference last week. We're saving it for this. But in 2015, Kenneth Branagh, as you may know, is the director of Belfast, Thor, Another Thing.
He's Poirot.
That's the one, yeah. I couldn't think of the guy's name. The mustached man.
The French mustache himself.
He decided to tackle Cinderella for Disney. It stars Lily James as Cinderella, or as she's called in this film, just Ella. They do this entire, explanation behind the name of, the sisters, Ella's covered in cinder. She's like a Cinderella. It's like, oh, okay. Great.
That pisses me off. That's really stupid.
I hate stuff like that. It's like Han Solo in the Solo movie where it's like...
Oh, God, yeah.
We've also got Kate Blanchett as Lady Tremaine, Richard Madden as the Prince, who's now called Prince Kit instead of Prince Charming, and Helena Bonham Carter as the fairy godmother. You've also got Stellan Skarsgård, Rob Brydon, Derek Jacobi, and Hayley Atwell filling it out. So pretty good cast, to be fair.
Pretty good. Kate Blanchett is a great get. I kind of see Helena Bonham Carter and her as they could switch roles in that, and it would still work, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think Helena Bonham Carter would be a great Lady Tremaine as well. But I guess going off all of the Cinderella films that we've seen now, Kate Blanchett has that kind of poise and seriousness that Lady Tremaine kind of gives off in these films.
Yeah. I guess you could say she's got a bit of tar in her personality.
That's one for all you movie fans out there.
But this is... I didn't rewatch it for this because I imagine we'll hit remakes at some point. But
I've never seen it.
It's all right, I say all right. I actually kind of really like this one, and I'm not alone. It made $500 million. It has 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. With the caveat that this was 2015, so this was before the huge boom of everything getting remade. So you didn't have that kind of drag on you as well.
It was new, it was fresh, it was what the kids were wanting.
It did do a lot like of fleshing out like the critiques people have. Like Cinderella's more active in her film. She stands up to like the stepmother and stuff, and like she meets the prince a few times before the dance, and he has his own character arc and stuff like this.
Wait, he says stuff before the dance?
They let him speak without being spoken to as well.
What's going on?
I remember liking it. And Lily James, I think she's just absolutely lovely in everything she's in. Lily James's rendition of A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Will Make is really nice, and Helena Bonham Carter does the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
Nice.
I can't remember if it's like an actual musical or if they just shoved them in the credits to shut people up because it was that kind of time frame, but...
Yeah.
And then we've also got like a slew of video games. Most of them are not that interesting, so I'll just run through these a bit. You've got 3 games that are very similar: Cinderella's Dollhouse 2, and Cinderella's Castle Designer, which are all PC games that let little kids like design Cinderella's little house.
Oh, hell yeah.
There was a Disney Princess game for the Game Boy Advance, which just ran through like levels based on each Disney princess at the time. So you do like a little level of her movie, and then you'd have a boss battle at the end. Cinderella doesn't really have a boss battle in her movie, so it just ends with a dance off with the stepsisters.
That's great.
You've got Cinderella Magic Dreams, which is a Game Boy Advanced adaptation of the first movie in 2005. There's plenty of Disney princess games. A lot of them are just kind of slop, but there's a couple where they've actually put like effort into the story. There was this weird one where you play as a princess who has amnesia, and you have to save the other princess's realms from a evil ex-princess who wants to stop anyone else being a princess, and it's weird. I think the weirdest thing for me with this one is you have to go to Snow White's realm to like save it, and then you have to go to Ariel's realm, etc. But then it was describing like, and then when you're finished, you get to go to Belle's realm. Like, I would be so pissed off if I was one of those other princesses. Like,
finally, I get to see Lumiere.
Oh yeah. You go there. I'm sorry you had to come to my realm. I'd be fuming. There's some other stuff, including a Cinderella freefall game in 2015, which is just Candy Crush to promote the live action one. She's been in Kingdom Hearts. The only other thing I'm going to mention up top here, and we're going to come back to later, is there was a little musical, a pantomime if you will, called Twice Charmed, an original twist on the Cinderella story, which is something that they designed and did on Disney Cruise Lines in 2005, so that'll come relevant later. I got you some little fun facts to cheer up the mood though.
Hit me up with some Cinder trivia.
The dress transformation scene's one of it is Walt Disney's favourite piece of animation.
I could see why. It's sick. It's so good. Anytime they do like a little callback to it as well, I'm like, this is such a good bit of animation. I love it.
It's like iconic.
It's so good.
If you take out the prologue where it introduces Cinderella's backstories and the epilogue where it shows her getting married, the main story of Cinderella 1 just takes place over 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
This came at the point where we talked about this last week. Disney were at the point where they'd just done like 6 back-to-back package movies. Speaking of which, I said I'd never watched them. I've watched all but one now. They all suck. I don't know why I did this to myself.
What? Why?
But at this point, Walt Disney Pictures were $4 million in debt and on the verge of bankruptcy. So Cinderella was like a massive gamble. It was $3 million to make, and the success of this film is pretty much the reason we still have Disney today. Because if this went a different way, the company would have just closed down.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So following this movie and the record sales, the music, the puppet, like the books and the merchandise, Disney then had the cash flow to make new productions, animated stuff, live action stuff, make his own distribution company, start doing TV work, and start building Disneyland. This is such a weird fact. I had to include it because someone is a super fan just sitting working this out. Cinderella takes place in June, and they know this because in the movie, the sun rises slightly before 6 a.m. in France, as it would within a few weeks of the summer solstice. And at this time of year, a pumpkin would have grown about 20 to 40 pounds.
That is unbelievable.
I hope you didn't put too much time into working that out. This is actually quite interesting. I like this a lot. So Cinderella was originally a French thing. One of the biggest, most iconic pieces of the story is the glass slippers, but this is actually a mistake. In the original French version, she has fur slippers. So the fairy godmother's changing all these animals into things, and one of the things she does is she changes these squirrels into slippers, which is weird and gross, and I don't like that. But the word for this was ver, which is V-A-I-R. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And it's quite an antiquated French word that means animal or squirrel. So when translating it, the writer mistook it for a word which is V-E-R-R-E, so ver instead of ver. And that's a word for glass. So, I mean, like, glass slippers does sound silly, and, like, it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, squirrel slippers sounds worse.
They sound horrible.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. But that's quite interesting that a tiny little mistake has created this huge iconography of like a blockbuster franchise.
Yeah, that's crazy. Would the squirrel slippers be sentient?
Screaming in pain at every step.
Everything else is like, it's a sentient being being turned into another sentient being kind of thing.
Yeah.
An inanimate object. It would just be like a shoe from Beauty and the Beast or something like that.
Oh, God,
just every now and then it's like she's walking along and they're just like, ow, 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 ow.
I think the squirrels' names were Quentin Tarantino and Hideo Kojima.
Shut up, that's really stupid.
And that's all my Cinder trivia.
That was a delight.
Thank you.
So normally after Before Ever Before, wow, that's weird to say, we would discuss the original film. Do you want to do like a quick plot recap of what happens in the previous ones?
Yeah. Well, the first one's actually quite nice, to be fair. It's just a very basic story. Cinderella's living with her stepmother and her stepsisters. She's abused and made to do all the work, and suddenly there's going to be a ball where the prince dances with all the women in the land to see who he wants to marry, and she really wants to go. Thanks to magic shenanigans and animals, she gets to go. She gets like a magic dress from the fairy godmother. She has a dance with the prince. She runs away because the spell's going to wear off, but leaves the slipper, the glass slipper, not the squirrel slipper. And the prince sends his men out, find that foot! And they find it, and they get married. That's the first one, really, isn't it?
Yeah. The second one takes place pretty much like days after the first one.
I think so.
It sees the mice and the fairy godmother. They've moved in, and they want another story. But no one has any more stories about Cinderella because it happened 3 days ago. So they're like, we'll make our own, and they start putting together a book, and they start telling different stories, and it's split into 3 stories. You got one which is like Cinderella's first big event, where she's told everything to do, and it's Cinderella. She's like, nah mate, we're gonna do it this way, and then everyone's like, sick Cinderella, that was a great idea. The second one of the little mice is like, I don't like being a mouse. Cinderella doesn't pay attention to me and I can't help her. And the fairy godmother's like, you want to be a human? And he's like, yeah. And then he gets
the way
turned
you
into
describe
a
her
human.
there, she sounds like a dodgy back alley dealer of spells and witchcraft. Want to be a human?
I got it all. I got transmutation. I got a Vada Kedavra. So yeah, he turns into a human. He tries to help Cinderella. Doesn't work because he can't say it's me, it's Jacques. And then he realizes being a mouse ain't so bad. And then the third one is the one that we liked the most. It's still flawed, but it is Anastasia, the redheaded stepsister, wants to fall in love because she's seeing Cinderella so happy and everything like that. And then she meets someone. And she's like, oh my God, maybe. And then the stepmother's like, no. And then Cinderella's like, yeah. And then they have their little happy ever after, and the stepsister gets kind of redeemed. Yay!
Woo!
And that's the end. Oh god, I hate Cinderella too so much.
So much so that we were dreading this at the end of the Cinderella 2 episode.
I was really deflated after Cinderella 2. I put off watching this for quite a while. Should we get into it? Cinderella
Absolutely.
3. A Twist in Time.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shit name. So Cinderella 3. I got a bit of facts and figures before we get in the nasty gritty.
Let's get the facts.
So Cinderella 3 released in 2007 in February. It was theatrically released in 9 countries, including the UK. It was directed by Frank Nissen, who's worked as a director on a few different projects, most notably Pooh's Heffalump movie, and a storyboard artist on Tarzan and Tinkerbell and other stuff as well. It's got 4 different writers on this one of varying experience. So we have Dan Berenson, who worked on Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Hannah Montana, that movie. Eddie Gazillion, who's worked on American Dragon, Jake Long, and The Walking Dead. We have Margaret Heldenry, who worked on this, and a single episode of Clifford the Big Red Dog in 2020, 13 years later.
Oh, hell yeah.
And Colleen Millia Ventimiglia, who worked exclusively on Cinderella 3, and then nothing. I don't know what happened to her.
She was like, fuck yeah, man, this is my Citizen Kane, and then she just retired.
I've said all I have to say in this business. Just for financials, it had a budget of $8 million. It topped the national DVD sales during the first week of release. As of now, it's sold over 92 million in the US alone. So it's made a fair bit of money.
Yeah, did you check the box office mojo for that again?
You know what I did? If you go on just Cinderella 3, nothing.
Yeah.
So I went into the weekend breakdowns again, and I went to this weekend, and it has, I think it had like either 50 or 100 movies, and it goes all the way down to just making like 2,000 in the entire week, which is very low for a movie. And Cinderella's just not mentioned at all, so it seems like the box office data for this is just purged again.
Why? I don't get it.
The only thing
so
I can
weird.
think of is because it's not like, because in America it's like a DVD one, as the corporation Disney have maybe just forgot to release the data, but I don't know if that's right, if that's how it works or what. It feels weird.
It's really strange. It must be something to do with it just being DVD only.
Yeah.
I don't know. Feels wrong.
Well, I'll be curious to see how that goes next. I think it's next week we're doing Return to Neverland, and that got a theatrical release in America as well. So that might confirm our theory on whether or not it's just because of the DVD release in the States.
We'll come back to you next time
on the most riveting plot thread of the podcast.
It's actually a conspiracy theory.
I wouldn't usually highlight the composer in this little bit, but Joel McNeely worked on this. He's worked on Holes, The Young Indiana Jones Adventures, The Orville, and he's worked on a lot of other Disney stuff like Tinkerbell, Return to Neverland, funny enough, Jungle Book 2, and Mulan 2. I thought it was worth calling him out because the score on this absolutely slaps.
It's so good. It's really good. It fits a lot more than the last one.
Yeah.
It like feels like it belongs. You know what I mean? Where the last one felt like no shade to the artist, but she, like, those songs just didn't feel like they felt at home in the world, if you know what I mean. And in this, they feel like they fit. It feels just perfect, kind of thing.
I'm not going to comment on the artist. I'm not going to fall into that again. But this guy wrote the score, just like the musical score, but the songs, that was written by 2 other guys, Michael Wiener. That really actually took me off guard. I was like, wait a minute, that's a word. And Alan Zachary. I'll specify them because they may also come back later in the show as well. We don't have them as guests, don't worry.
Ooh, excited. No, we don't.
So that's a bit of a law drop, but having said all that, James, what did you think of Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time?
This is a certified Disney classic. Banger.
Damn.
This film rocks. It's so good.
I agree. I won't get into where I put it in the ranking system just yet, but I definitely agree this is a fucking good movie.
After Cinderella 2, oh my god, this is unbelievable. It's so good. Everything about it's great. I think it's got a really nice, a simple yet really well done plot.
Yes.
It's got some great moments in it. The acting is great. Jennifer Hale coming back again. She's great as Cinderella. Lady Tremaine is like living up to her villain dream.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, I think all the characters just play really well together. I think this is a great film.
Something that I really like about this, that you just mentioned it there, and while it's on our minds, the cast itself, it's basically just the first movie's cast. They don't try and expand it or anything like that, and it works so well, and all the characters get fleshed out more. Like, there's not a single character that comes away from this, like, even on the same level as the first one. They all get a bit more to work with, which is great.
Cinderella, A Twist in Time. Realistically, Andy, I'm going to pose you a question. Does this take place after Cinderella 2?
On paper, yes. It opens with a song called Perfectly Perfect, in which they constantly reference it's been a year since the first film. So on paper, this is after Cinderella 2, and very early on they go into time travel shenanigans, which brings it back to the end of the Cinderella 1.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in Perfectly Perfect, the song that opens the movie, Anastasia, the redhead stepsister, talks about how she's never been beaten back into a ball and how she's never found love, all of which happened in Cinderella 2, seemingly confirming that movie's not canon now, or just never happened. Like, the mice made it up. They just made some stupid stories up and lied.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? That makes more sense. That makes so much more sense. And that's, the mice made up a load of stories and shoved it in a book for Cinderella, and that's all Cinderella 2 is, and we can ignore it. This takes place after the first one. That's it.
It explains the dog shit writing as well, doesn't it? Like, brain dead mouse.
Written by mice. The first ever film written by mice. And it shows. A Twist in Time. We start on Cinderella and the fairy godmother sort of dicking about, talking about how everything's perfectly perfect. And then Anastasia kind of finds her way in, and she's talking about how, like Andy said before, she's never been in love, she's never been invited to a ball, all of that. And she's like, how the fuck did Cinderella do it? All singing, of course. And then fairy godmother whips out a magic wand. So she sees the magic wand and she's like, oh my god, Cinderella used magic. And then clumsy fairy godmother just fucking yeets the magic wand right over to where Anastasia is. And she grabs it, she runs off, and she shows it to Lady Tremaine. She's like, oh my god, it was magic. That's how Cinderella did it. And Lady Tremaine unleashes her evil, like her pure evil for the first time kind of thing. She's got power. And she, firstly, the other stepsister sees that it's a stick. And then she goes, let's beat her with it. Which was really funny. So Lady Tremaine casts some magic, bippity boppity boo, and reverses time to a year ago. The morning of the Duke coming to try the slipper on a load of people. Instead of Cinderella coming down, Lady Tremaine makes the glass slipper bigger, and it fits on Anastasia's foot. Time has changed, and now Anastasia's off to the castle. Instead of Cinderella.
Do you know what it is?
What?
It's like Flashpoint, but with Lady Tremaine.
Oh my god. yeah, fair enough.
Anyone not familiar, Flashpoint's a story from the DC Comics where Flash goes back in time to save his mother, and there's a new timeline. And we pretty much get that here, except instead of saving the mother, they put a slipper on Anastasia's foot. And
by making the glass slipper way bigger.
So the entire story then just follows Lady Tremaine trying to secure the power and Cinderella trying to she's not trying to undo the time travel per se. She's trying to like win the prince over, isn't she?
Yeah, she's just trying to fall in love with the prince.
Yeah.
Or make the prince realise that it was her that they went to the dance with. You know?
Yeah. I think we have just said this, but it's worth saying again. I loved the plot of this. I thought, like, what a fun premise for a movie.
Genuinely, I did not expect it to go this way at all.
No.
It's kind of, in a way, like, obviously it's lovely, it's a Cinderella film, but it's kind of dark as well. And like, there's the part that I think you mentioned where time is going backwards.
Yes, yeah.
And do you want to explain it?
Yeah, that sequence that you mentioned where Tremaine's like unleashing power is like nuts, because the animation in this is beautiful, by the way. It's got that same...
It's so good.
It's got the same pitfalls of the budget and its digital art and digital ink, but the animators really put a lot of effort into making this look amazing. And that spell is like no exception, because instead of like reusing footage from the first film, which would have been cheaper and easier, they reanimate the scenes and have it's almost like an unseen force is ripping Cinderella and the prince away from each other, like they're clutching on and being dragged away, and it's like a bit heart-wrenching, and Tremaine's got this horrible evil grin in her face.
Yeah, Andy sent me a picture of just her grin the other day while he was watching it, and it's so evil.
Yeah.
And let's just say it, she steps it up in this one. She is pure evil, man. She's horrible.
Because I think we both mentioned for 2, because she's barely in that one, but she's more of just like a fuddy-duddy. Like, even when you were recapping it there, it's just like, she says, don't you date that guy. But like in this one, she is malicious. Like,
she's a cold-hearted bitch.
She's horrible. And she's animated like that again as well. She gets all the shadows and the coldness in her face and stuff like that the 50s one had.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that it was like slightly film noir, and it's the same thing. Yeah. It's like, it's just so well, like proper villain shadows. And oh man, Lady Tremaine, take your place in that video game of Disney villains. The Dumbo Ringmaster can fuck off.
You know what? Actually, while we're on the topic there, I watched Dumbo recently, and Dumbo at the end of the movie goes back and works for the Ringmaster, so he shouldn't be in that video game. Get him out!
What the? Yeah, right. We're starting a petition to put Lady Tremaine in this game from 1999.
Just the premise of this movie as well shows how evil she is. Like, she has unlimited power in front of her, and she could very easily just be like, I wish we were rich. I wish we were powerful.
Yeah.
But she specifically wants to undo Cinderella being happy, which is just so cruel.
And she does it by going bippity boppity boo.
She says it with such malice, though.
It scared me.
She's great in this one. It's the lady playing her, we didn't mention her last week because she didn't really do anything, but it's Suzanne Blakesley, who's she's actually done a lot of villains for Disney recently. She's done like Maleficent and Cruella de Vil and the Evil Queen after the original voice actors have moved on. And she's also, funnily enough, also Wanda from Fairly Odd Parents. So,
which is crazy to me. Like, those voices don't line up, but it just shows how good of a voice actor she is, that she can be so whimsical and lovely in Fairly Odd Parents, and then this absolutely stern, horrible, nasty piece of work. It's crazy.
She's great.
I love it. Did you know that her first film was Cinderella 2?
No, I didn't. That's mad.
Like, she'd done some stuff in animated shows before, but yeah, that was her first film. I mean, it sucks to be that one, because like, imagine this was the starter. That would be sick.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least it led on to this. While we're here, it's worth saying, we both really like this film. There's some twists and turns in this, which I'm not going to say you don't see coming, but it goes further than I think you'd expect it to in some bits.
100%, yeah.
It's worth watching this, like, for yourself. We'll probably try and, like, slowly move through the plot so you can listen to more, but we would both recommend you watch this.
Don't watch Cinderella 2.
Yeah.
Just watch Cinderella 1, then watch this one. There's no point in watching Cinderella 2. I would say from now on, we're probably going to go into spoiler territory. So if you haven't seen it yet, now's your time. That's watch fair. It.
Yeah, go away if you want to watch it. But one thing I mentioned, it isn't really a spoiler, but the songs, like, this kicks off with a song, which was very reassuring for me, because it's not just a song, it's a musical song. It's
Yeah.
It's diegetic. The characters are actually singing. It's not like a pop song laid over a montage of different characters doing different bits. They've actually written songs for this, and it was really refreshing.
Yeah, they're really good as well. There's one a bit later on that I was like, I think I said to you, I wouldn't normally like a song like that, and I loved it. I thought it was
that
great.
when the mice sing?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that one.
We'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the songs are great. The music is fantastic. It fits. Like I say, it just feels like it belongs there, kind of thing.
Absolutely. And it really helps sell the idea that this is a continuation of the first one, because nothing's more jarring than, like, you're basically almost changing genre when you do that. Like, it's no longer really a musical, it's just a movie that has music in. And this is back to music.
Yeah, it turns into like a music video, which is what, like, those parts where the pop song kind of things come in Cinderella 2. It feels like that kind of thing.
But I did like the work with Cinderella at the beginning. And by the way, when she escapes the room in the original one, it's the dog that helps her out. The dog vanishes in this one. He's nowhere to be seen.
Oh yeah, dog is nowhere to be seen. Poor Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno.
That was very good. Flashpoint erases Bruno, I guess. But when Cinderella comes downstairs and she's got like that confusion of like, what the hell? It was me. There's a bit where like Tremaine and the sisters leave with the royal duke and whatever. They're like, well, we're princesses now, blah, 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 blah. And you see like a shot of Cinderella just looking at them as they go. And then it cuts to a shot of her from behind as she closes the door really slowly. And you don't even see her face in that second one. And it's so heartbreaking. It's the bit from the first movie where she's crying, like times 10. It's just like, that was her upset. And then this is her just shattered, like absolutely broken. And it was horrible.
Broken like the glass slipper that Lady Tremaine dropped on the floor.
Yeah.
There's no scapegoat this time. She can't go up and be like, oh, I've got the glass slipper. Lady Tremaine has taken that from her as well.
Yeah.
Brutal. And she has a really great song there as well.
The song was like, she's almost like guessing, isn't she? Like, of like, did that actually happen? Like, did I just imagine that because I'm so mentally broken?
Really good song, which is called, is it More Than a Dream?
Yes, More Than a Dream.
Yeah, great.
More than a dream. That's not how it goes at all.
No, I don't know.
I think the songs are good in the moment as well, and you might not necessarily be tapping your toes later and remembering them, but when you're watching the film it works, and considering, like, you know, it's a different level to the original one, and I'm fine with that. Like, if one watching the movie they're good, then so be it. Like, I don't need to remember every song.
I would still listen to them. I think I'd pop this soundtrack on. It's a banger. It's also only like 16 minutes long, so like... But
as we mentioned earlier, like, it brings all the original characters back, and that's like your main characters. So like when we jump to the palace, we get like the prince, and I remember you saying it was the prince has like a lot more to do. Like I remember you highlighting like even just something as simple as like he's fencing and he's doing like athletic stuff and stuff. It's like he has an interest now. That's cool, and it may play in later. Little bits that just make the characters feel more alive than they were.
Absolutely, yeah. He like, him and his dad train in this like gymnastics gym.
It's the Iron Paradise.
Yeah, exactly. It's you know, the Rock's in the corner promoting energy drinks, and yeah, he's like going off the like pommel horse and then swinging around on some ropes and stuff like that, and it's good. So yeah, the story takes us into the castle. We see a little bit of what the prince and the king are doing. You know, the king's really happy that you're gonna get married, she's here, she's on the way, are you excited? The Duke lets the Lady Tremaine and the stepsisters in, and the prince walks into the room and is like, oh, I think I got the wrong room. Like, straight away he knows, oh, this isn't Cinderella, this isn't who I dance with at the ball.
It's actually such a like it's never mean about it, but it does kind of like prod a little fun at the original one, where it's like, what will the stepsisters plan when they get there if their foot fit like He remembers who he... It was last night. He remembers.
He can remember a face. He's not like face blind or anything like that. He's going to look and be like, that you have red hair, she had blonde hair.
Instantly. Yeah.
And they even make a point with the slipper. They're like, how many people's shoe size do you think are like 4.5 or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, there's loads of people in this kingdom. Of course there's going to be people with... So they take the piss out of the kind of plot holes of the original, which is really fun. But yeah, so, oh no, Lady Tremaine's plan is out the window. Oh no, what's that? It's the wand. Oh, bippity boppity boo. Forget Cinderella and remember that you were dancing with Anastasia. Now, the prince turns around and he's like, mate, it was you. Sick.
So yeah, I think like the second act, a lot of it's like in the castle. There's a lot of like to and fro of like the Tremaine's trying to like keep the spell under control, and Cinderella's trying to infiltrate and stuff. Funny enough, when Cinderella gets there, we introduced to a character from the second one, weirdly making it like, is it canon then? Or what? Like, Prudence, the castle manager?
I don't understand.
It's so strange. And like, I did actually look this up, and the director was saying stuff like, we want to do our own thing, but we wanted to honour, like, if any of the kids or the fans had watched, like, the second one, we kind of wanted to honour them, so we put some bits in. It's like, yeah, that's fine, but like, it's more confusing now than anything.
It's so weird. Admit it was a failure and just call this one Cinderella 2 instead. You cowards. You fucking cowards.
And you'd actually benefit more from not having seen the second one, because if you hadn't seen the second one, it's just, there's a snivelly woman, you don't think anything of it, whereas because we endured that film, we're like, what?
So yeah, we get a fun moment where Cinderella introduces herself as a rat catcher or a mouse catcher. Yeah. She's travelling with Jacques and Gus Gus. They're all going into the castle together. Yeah. The two mice are like helping her out. And she says, I'm the royal mouse catcher. And Gus turns around and is like, what the fuck? And then as...
Traitor!
Yeah. As this lady is looking away, Cinderella, like, it feels so natural. She, like, peeks behind them at the mice and is like, no.
Yeah, there's like the neck cut thing.
Yeah, she does the neck cut. She's like, you're dead, mouse.
What is it called when you like shake your hand in front of your neck as in like no?
Like just like a no.
Not a neck cut, like dragged it across the neck like I'm gonna slit your throat, Gus. Flashpoint changes a lot of things.
It really does.
I really like that. It's also just really nice that she take time and just reassure these mice.
Yeah, exactly. She just makes... And that's who Cinderella is. And we didn't really get that in the second one. Like, she had her moments of being nice and all of that. But in this, she's caring. She's lovely. And that's what Cinderella is. She's just a nice person.
Yeah, and she's not really a main character in the second one, but this is her movie again, and it gives you a lot more time with her, and like I said at the beginning, every character gets more development, and one of the things I like that Cinderella's doing here is a lot of the time she's standing up for herself. Like, I don't think the one we got in the first movie necessarily would have gone to the castle even to begin with. I think she might have just been like, that sucks. Whereas this one, she's a bit more like backboned, I guess.
Yeah, she can stand up for herself. She's a lot more willing and able to fight in her corner for herself and for her friends. Also, you say that she wasn't the main character in the second. She wasn't the main character in the first either.
That's true.
This is the first film with the most, like, so much Cinderella stuff. It's great. Who would have known that if you take out the stupid mice from the first one and just focus on Cinderella, it would be a good film. But that's what we've got here. Number 3. It's all about Cinderella, and it's good.
And I actually think if you looked at the first episode we did, and then this one, our attitudes to Jacques and Gus the mice, it is cut down to just these two in this one, which makes it a bit easier to follow. We don't dislike the mice. I think in the first one we were oversaturated with them, but in this one, like, they're used really well, and the bits are funny, but they don't overstay their welcome. They don't take away from the plot. They enhance it instead and help drive it forward. It's much better.
Yeah, they're used incredibly well. Cinderella's managed to sneak in. She solid snaked her way all the way to the top, and she gets to this balcony. And there he is. It's Prince Charming. Oh, my love. how lovely.
He's so handsome and he's got a beautiful voice. The voice of a Spider-Man.
Oh,
It's still him.
a radioactive Spider-Man.
Love his voice.
He's great. He's really good in this one as well. He gets a lot more to say, which is great. And he's good. He matches really well with Jennifer Hale as well. I think they have a good back and forth when they do talk kind of thing.
They do, yeah. We mentioned last time they worked together on Spidey as well.
Oh yeah, who was she?
She was Black Cat, who before she was Black Cat, she was like Felicia Hardy, who was like a stand-in for Gwen as well. So they get like a lot of play together.
That's fun. He's great. She's great. They're great. So yeah, they're on this balcony, and she comes up and she's like, "Do you remember me?" And he's like, "No." And then so they're chatting, and he's like, "We found the glass slipper lady. I'm gonna marry her tonight." And then he's like, "Yeah, who could forget someone like Anastasia?" And then Cinderella's like, "You fucking what, mate?" And then the lady from the second one comes along and is like, "Royal mouse catcher, fuck off." And they take her away. And just as they're being taken away, Cinderella sticks her arm out. She's like, "No, it's me. You have to remember me." And they kind of touch hands for a second. And you can see something in the prince's eyes. He's like, "What was that?" "Ah, well, whatever."
Yeah.
And they walk away and they part ways for a little bit.
It's not like it's literally breaking the spell, but it's like a memory coming to the forefront, yeah. Because we get a bit with the dad as well, don't we, where his dad's talking to Anastasia in a fairly nice moment, to be fair, after she's made a goddamn fool of herself dancing. Because my God, I love this touch. Because the glass slipper's too big and she's too clumsy, she's walking with just the one slipper on, and you can just hear every time she's making steps, like a goddamn night boots on one of her feet. So she has a bit of a disaster dancing with that on, and she's clumsy. But she has this nice bit with the king, who also goes like, "I had a wife and I touched her hand and I loved her." There's more in depth than that.
Yeah, there's a really nice part that you're skipping over.
He met his wife and they reached for the same seashell and their hands touched, and that's when he realised he loved her, and she's passed away now, but he's always kept the seashell, which he wants to give to Anastasia. And it's like a really touching moment where you see I guess we're going to get more Anastasia redemption, maybe, because you can see her starting to realise this is nice, and I like that these people are treating me nice even though I made a fool of myself. She's probably been used to her mother just being like, "You made a fool of yourself, now go lick dirt off the floor."
Yeah.
So it starts to culminate together. Cinderella catches up to the stepmother and the stepsisters. Something I really like in this one as well, the stepsisters, we've got Anastasia, who's the redhead one. She's getting a bit more development, and this is going to sound almost like a backhanded compliment, but I do kind of really like that the other stepsister, Drizella, isn't really getting any development, but instead she's just turning into a right little rotter of a villain.
She's so funny in this. There's certain sections that she does stupid little bits or whatever, like when she says, "Oh yeah, a stick, let's beat her with it." She's just so irredeemably mean. I love her.
And I love that she's always mean to Anastasia as well. She's on your side. There's a line at some point where they say Anastasia needs to get a beauty sleep tonight, and she's like, "Is that going to be enough time?"
The voice actor on her as well is so good, 'cause she's so sassy and horrible.
There is a fun little thing with the voice actors as well. So Drizella is played by Russi Taylor, who's passed away now, unfortunately, and she played Minnie Mouse. And
did she?
Yeah. And Anastasia is played by Tress MacNeille, who played Daisy Duck.
Oh my God, that's so cute!
Yeah.
What a nice little crossover.
Aww. Yeah, they're both really good in this role. While we're just on this little thing, Russi Taylor, the Minnie Mouse lady, she married the Mickey Mouse actor.
No way!
It's so sweet.
Oh, that's lovely. I really like that.
So we catch up to Drizella and Tremaine just being horrible, snidey, nasty people, and Cinderella realizes that the mice tell her? I can't remember.
They see the prince get hypnotized.
Yeah, Cinderella gets upset. But she has a little conference call. So she's on her Metal Gear Solid mission, and she goes into the call with Gus as Otacon. "Cinderella, did you know Lady Tremaine has a powerful wand?"
"What do you mean, a powerful wand?" "It's more powerful than Metal Gear." Metal Gear.
So they decide as a little team to go steal the wand. The mice go in to steal the key to unlock the drawer in which Lady Tremaine hid the wand. She's had to hide the wand because Drizella uses it to change her outfit like she's in Fortnite constantly.
Oh god, that's so funny.
I don't know if it's this bit or later, but just as a little side note, there's a bit where Tremaine goes to comb Drizella's hair, and she combs it with such force and fury that it drags the face model of Drizella just off of her head.
It's like stretching up with the hair. It's horrible. She changes her back after she's done her Fortnite costume change, but purposefully makes her hair like proper frizzy, so then she has to comb it. So she's done that intentionally just so she could hurt Drizella.
She's so
what
mean.
Ruthless. She's so mean.
This leads into a really weirdly tense bit, which I didn't expect in a Cinderella 3 movie, where Cinderella eventually, following the chaos that the mice cause and stealing the key, she goes in and pretends to be a housemaid to clean up, and you can see Tremaine like stalking her a bit and like following her, eyeing her up. And there's this horrible shot where Cinderella's scrubbing the floor and there's like a bucket of water and Tremaine's in the middle of saying something like, "We wouldn't want this to happen," and you see her just a silhouette appear in the water bucket and she's like, "Isn't that right, Cinderella?"
It's done with such flair as well.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
It feels like horrible. I was like, oh my god, get out of that! When she gets caught, something I really like, because again, jumping back to 2, we criticised, there's a bit where Anastasia gets caught dating the baker by the mother. Cinderella's like hiding behind the corner like, oh no, but doesn't do anything. It's like, come on man, stand, do something.
Yeah.
In this one, Tremaine catches her and she just stands, she's just like, I'm not gonna let you get away with this and all this stuff. And it sounds so basic and stupid. I know how this sounds saying it, but like compared to what we got before, that's like such a big step forward for the characters. Like, yeah, man, you stand up for yourself. You get what you deserve, girl.
Yeah, she like stands on her 2 feet and she kind of puffs her chest out. She's like, no, I beat you. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You don't even realise that my mice have the wand and are running away right now. But just before...
I wish she said that exact line. You don't even realise that my mice have the wand.
But right before, like, right as she's revealed as well, Drizella's like, I didn't realise you worked here. There's a cute little chase scene with the mice versus Lucifer, because Lucifer, the cat, gets sent to catch the mice, and they start using magic, and it's very silly. We get a horrible Jack in the Box
Oh, that was terrifying.
freak version of Lucifer.
I hated that.
It's the origin of the horrible pervert Jack in the Box from Steadfast Tin Soldier.
From Tasia 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that guy. I hate this guy as
It
well.
was horrible. They get all the way to the exit. There's the prince. He's there. Cinderella's got the wand in her hand and she's like, remember me, bippity boppity, and then she gets grabbed before she can say boo. So she can't break the spell.
Yeah.
It's a dang shame.
Tremaine tries to play it off like, this diseased maid tried to steal my pretty stick. What is going on in your bloody kingdom?
Lady Tremaine's like, take her away and all of this, and Cinderella manages to touch the prince again because the prince is like, oh, she's not that bad, she's all right, don't worry about it, she was just excitable or whatever, I don't know. And they touch hands again. He like looks at his hand and he's like, oh. Lady Tremaine whispers to one of the guards and she's like, banish her, make sure she doesn't come back.
Yeah.
And then the guard's like, hell yeah.
There's a nice little bit there as well where it's such a subtle detail, which I really appreciate they put in, but the prince kind of like bumps into Tremaine as she goes over to Cinderella, and there's a split second where you see Lady Tremaine's face like disgusted by it, and I just like this detail that like even when it's the prince, she just thinks everyone is beneath her. It's like really great like little detail in the animation to really flesh that out.
She's just horrible to everyone and I love it. She's so mean. All she wants is power, and like you say, now that she's got the wand, even if she didn't have the wand, she would do that because she thinks she's better than everyone.
Yeah.
What a bitch. I love her.
So Cinderella's getting banished, and meanwhile the mice decide to step in. They decide to explain to the prince what's going on, which leads to I think your favourite part of the movie, if I'm not mistaken.
One of. I really like this part though. The mice do a little song and a dance to kind of explain to the prince that he's been brainwashed. And it was actually Cinderella that was at the dance, but you've been brainwashed by Lady Tremaine. And as Jacques is talking about Lady Tremaine, he like slicks his hair back and it turns into her hair as he's doing the thing. It's so very cute. It's a really nice scene. And then
there's a great bit of the song as well. Like, there's two details I love in the song. The first one is there's a bit where they explain she's gonna get Cinderella banished, and Gus just stops the song. He's like, cut. he's like that. He just breaks down crying. Like, no.
He's like fainting. He's like, no.
And then the other thing I really love is that while they're singing this little thing about recapping the movie, like the prince is like kind of like really intently like stroking his chin, like, yes, this makes sense.
Interesting.
Tell me more, talking mice. Also, just quickly while we're on Jacques as well, I criticised him in the last movie for his voice sounded like really rotten to me.
Yeah.
I think the way I described it is like, I think as a TV show, they wanted one of the mice to sound more human, so it was easier to understand for kids. But in this one, same voice actor crushes it. He sounds pretty much exactly like he did in the first movie. They just let him do the mouse thing again, and he's so much better.
Agreed. I think he's great. I think Gus sounded fine in the last one, but he sounds even better in this one. He sounds great.
Gus is actually voiced by Corey Burton, who's one of the most famous voice actors ever.
I don't know him.
Oh, you do. He's in Arkham City. He's Hugo Strange. He's Count Dooku in the Clone Wars. He's Shockwave in the old Transformers and Megatron in the new Transformers. Loads.
Nice.
But in Cinderella Land, there's a little song, and the prince is like, I better take care of this.
Oh, and the birds come in with the repaired glass slipper.
Oh, yeah. It's not just the word of the mice that he's on. He's got some stone cold evidence there as well.
Exactly, yeah. And he fucks off, and then he opens the door again, and he's like, hey, by the way, fellas, nice song. And then runs away.
I love that bit.
It's lovely.
It's so
really nice.
It's so silly. He gets like my favourite line where he goes storming out of the castle. He's like a rabid dog just sprinting out. And the king catches up with him and he's like, where are you going? And he's like, I have to go. And the king's like, go? But you're about to be married. And the prince is like, but the talking mice said it's the wrong girl.
It's so good. And then it's followed up with the king is like, you're not taking another step down these stairs.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right. And he fucking jumps out the window. It's so funny.
I love how much of the back end of this movie just chooses chaos. It's nuts.
Oh man, it's great. It's so funny.
So he's on his way to Cinderella. Again, we have to see this poor girl just destroyed and heartbroken, slowly walking on a ship to get banished from the kingdom forever. I don't even know where that ship's going. Germany, probably.
Or fucking going all the way to Siberia. She's going into the gulags. You work and you eat beetroot.
She will be wearing squirrel slippers over there. And she looks so miserable, but thank God the prince jumps on the boat and he's like, I'm here to save the bloody day. The mice told me everything. There's such a good little line because me and you both live true to the Cinderella supremacy. The mice call her Cinderella and it's so cute.
Oh yeah.
So obviously the only knowledge he has of her name is from these mice, so he goes on one knee and proposes. Will you marry me, Cinderella?
Unbelievable. It's lovely. It's so nice. And she corrects him. And then he's like, oh, Cinderella?
Were you called Ella before and then got covered in cinders? And they go back to the castle and it's happy ever after.
Unless it's not the ending. And we're just getting to the best part. So they get back to the castle and Lady Tremaine and the stepsisters are up in the top room. They see Cinderella come down and you see the prince explaining and then they point up to the room and they're like, go get them, arrest them, banish them. And Lady Tremaine's like, I've got an idea.
So she's basically cast a spell on Anastasia to make her look like Cinderella. She's given up. She's like, okay, clearly the spell's only going to work to some extent because he's fallen in love with Cinderella. Yeah. So, new plan, we'll just get rid of this Cinderella and we'll make you Cinderella. And you can tell that Anastasia's not happy about it and Cinderella's even less happy about it.
I'm making my own Cinderella with blackjack and hookers.
So it's time to dispose of old Cinderella. So we get the most metal part of the movie. And it's almost like dark version of the fairy godmother spell. They cast Cinderella into a pumpkin, which grows horribly, like, around her.
Oh, it's so gross. The animation on it is unbelievable. It's like she's all crammed in there at first and it starts growing and then like a hole appears in the middle.
And her and the mice are stuck in this thing as these thorned vines spur from it. And it like wraps around the horse and digs in and drags this horse screaming towards it. And
it's horrible.
Horrible bit of Cinderella going to reach outside the carriage to like kind of like calm the horse, and then like the vines stop her reaching out and stuff like that. It's just so gruesome. And then the dirty little cherry on the cake is Tremaine turns that horrible fucking cat Lucifer into a real guy. And the cat's played by Frank Welker, who plays Megatron. And this is where, like, Frank Welker goes from just making cool animal noises to fucking Satan. Like,
oh my god, human Lucifer is horrible.
He never speaks. He's just got this horrible cackle, and they animate him with such glee in his face. It's demented.
Such glee to be, like, on a horse that's covered in vines, whipping the shit out of it as well. He's just being proper, like, horrible Lucifer.
Going to kill this poor girl who used to feed him in the first one. She defended him against the dog.
Put that cat down.
Yeah, as a man as well, because it'd be easier.
Put that man down.
But this entire chase sequence is so cool. It's so brilliantly animated. Like, flashes of oranges and dark colours, and the scores popping the fuck off. It's so fun.
Wild. And like you say, it's just this perfect, like, antithesis of the first one. It's just so good. It's filled with action. It's really tense. There's genuine, like, peril for all the characters. So Gus is about to be eaten by human Lucifer. Cinderella's about to fall off a cliff because Lucifer's just going to drive it straight off a cliff. Jacques is also there and in peril, about to be, like, he nearly falls off the back of it, actually, because Lucifer, like, swats him away. Oh, man, it works so well, and it's genuinely such a good Mad Max level chase scene. It's sick. It's so cool.
I didn't expect the film to go to this kind of like point, and I really enjoyed that.
So yeah, they managed to stop Lucifer.
They escape this and they head back to the castle where the sham wedding between fake Cinderella, aka Anastasia, and the prince is taking place, or about to take place. They get there just as it's like that typical like tension of like, oh, she's just at the door and she's getting held up, but they're about to do the I do's, and like it's like, she's not gonna make it. Instead of just having like Cinderella come in and like, I object. They instead give the floor to Anastasia, who realizes like, look, I don't like this. She literally says, I don't. I really like what they did for character. It felt natural that she'd be at this point of the story, like, she's experienced true kindness from the prince in that. She knows what she wants with like actual love for who she is, not for like pretending to be Cinderella. And she's just like, enough's enough. This is weird now.
It's also great because it like picks up on a couple of things. Like, at the same time as they're doing the vows, the prince holds her hands and then realizes again, this isn't Cinderella. So it's like this multifaceted, it's like multiple people at the same time would say, stop, kind of thing.
Like it was never going to work.
It was never going to work because, like, there was, like, 3 points of failure. Cinderella coming in, the prince realizing it's not Cinderella just by touch alone, and then her being like, I don't. I love it. It's so seamlessly crafted as well.
I am glad that of all the points it's given at Anastasia, so despite the fact that they've decanonized 2, they kind of take that story and they give it a much more satisfying take on it, where she gets this more earned redemption. It's a lot better.
It's so good.
I really like as well that because obviously after the reveal, Lady Tremaine kicks the fuck off. She starts casting spells and they're like, blah, blah, you're a frog. And I like that when she turns to Anastasia, Cinderella in turn now goes in front of her and defends her, which is just a nice touch. I like that. It just fits. I really like this character. She's so sweet.
She's standing up for her sister,
yeah.
And she's grown as a person, and she can stand up for herself as Lady Tremaine is casting the spell. Prince Charming stands in front and he draws his sword and the spell gets reflected off it and it hits Drizel and Lady Tremaine.
They're little toads now. They're maid toads.
Yeah. In a jail as well.
Yeah. I do like that they get turned into maids. There's like a little post-credit scene where they go back from toads to maids, and I think that's they probably hate that. Like, there's literally a line in the first song where one of the sisters say, "We have to do chores now and I'd rather be in jail forever."
Oh, yeah!
I like that they get their worst possible fate. I have one slight complaint with the climax for this film, and that is the concept of the fake Cinderella going to marry Prince Charming and the way that Lady Tremaine gets defeated feels a little bit derivative of Shrek 2. Do you know what I mean?
Fuck, you are so right. Like, genuinely, it's the same, isn't it?
Yeah. So in Shrek 2, they don't, like, disguise Prince Charming, but Shrek's taking the potion, so they use that as an excuse to be like, oh, he turned into Prince Charming, which is similar. And then the bit at the end where, like, a fairy godmother goes crazy and she's casting all the spells and it gets reflected onto her. Does she turn into a toad in that as well?
She does. No, she turns into a bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That felt a bit similar to Shrek as well. But it's not like an entire section of the movie. It's just like, oh, it's a bit familiar. But to be fair, like, the real climax of the movie is that goddamn pumpkin ride, so I'm fine with that.
So good. They get sent off to jail, and then Cinderella starts... Whoever's got the wand starts undoing things.
Anastasia takes off her Cinderella guise.
Which is a really nice reversal of the
dress animation, yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I screamed, I cried, I threw up when that happened.
And I think she's also the one that unpetrifies, because I don't know if you mentioned it, but at the beginning, they turn the fairy godmother into stone so they can keep using the wand. But
yes.
Anastasia now undoes that so she can come back and undo the rest of the spell. Or, well, she doesn't actually undo the rest of the spell, does she? She offers to. She says, "Do you want your old lives back?" And Cinderella and the prince like, "What?" And she's like, it doesn't matter, I'm going to bed. Fuck off. Happy ever after.
Happy ever after.
There is a little... I've already mentioned that little scene in the credits, but there's something else in the credits where they're doing like riffs on different paintings, like the Grand Duke is the Scream painting. And in one of the paintings, Anastasia's meeting the baker from the bit in the second one, which makes it even more confusing, because, like, is that... Where does it take place? I don't understand. It doesn't work at all. It can't work. I guess it's just a coincidence.
It's bizarre. I don't understand, and I don't want to.
No. I'd rather just ignore that and appreciate this for just its own thing.
Yeah. Well, that was Cinderella, A Twist in Time.
Twas. There's a couple of bits of trivia I just want to quickly touch on for you. I think I've already brought up most of it, to be fair, so I've only got 2 points left. But one of them is, this is sadly Disney Australia's final feature. The studio was closed and they auctioned off all the equipment following this movie, which kind of sucks because they did a really good job on this.
R.I.P. big man.
And I want to bring together two of the threads of a little setup for you there. So this came out in 2007. In 2005, there was a pantomime thing called Twice Charmed, an original twist on the Cinderella story. This, as I mentioned, was on the Disney fairies, but the plot was that the fairy godmother loses a wand, Lady Tremaine gets it, and she undoes time. And it's not the exact same, but that's a very, very specific premise.
This was 2 years before this came out, did you say?
Yes.
What?
What? And I think something that's even weirder about it is the director downplays any knowledge of it, and he downplays any connection between it, and he even refers it to... I can't remember the specific example he gave, but he kind of like references it in the same sort of way as like, you know, like, yeah, 2 Hercules films came out and they weren't connected, but it's just 2 people had the same thought at the same time. He kind of like makes a reference as if it's like one of those kind of things, but it's like, no, this is the same franchise with the same premise. That's very weird.
That's odd.
Yeah. Even more damning is like, okay, maybe he didn't hear of this ever, but the songwriters for the pantomime were Michael Wiener and Alan Zachary, who did this. So it's like, I don't know what's going on there, where it's like, I don't know, like why don't you just say like this was inspired by that, and then if it's not inspired by that, like how did that never come up? Like they worked on it. Why did they not mention like, hey, this is like that thing we did before? And you're like, what? It's so strange. I don't understand what happened there.
Do you reckon there's like a conspiracy? You know, like how Stalin edited out people from pictures.
I don't know what word I was expecting you to say, but I didn't expect it to be Stalin.
It wasn't Stalin. Do you reckon there's a picture of him, like, on the cruise that's, like, so secret? He's, like, watching the pantomime and noting things down, and then the one that we see, that he's not there. He's been erased out of the image. Like, it's a big Disney cover-up.
You know that in the Mysterio film, the Spider-Man Far From Home, when it shows Tony Stark stealing his tech, and then like the quick shot of Jake Gyllenhaal behind him looking furious. That's like the pantomime writer. I just don't get it. Like I don't know why they would lie about this.
Oh, that's so bizarre. And it depends on like the production time of this as well, because I imagine the turnaround on these straight to DVDs is
It's
quick.
probably short, yeah.
So it would have been, he probably saw it and then was like, we have to get this out now, kind of thing.
When you read, like, if there's a few, like, interviews with him, and when you read it, like, he's very... He's never mean about it, but he's like... He literally says in one of them, like, I have to be careful what I say, but a pantomime's not really a story. Everything is it? No, that's like, he's, like, very much putting that one down. It's like, what is going on here?
What a prick.
It's so strange. Like, he's right. Pantomimes do suck, but, like, there's clearly some connection.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, my God, that is... I love that bit of trivia. That's very fun.
And that's pretty much all I had.
Oh, amazing. Well, then, Andy, it's tradition around here that after we've looked at the sequel,
yeah,
we shove it into our ranking system.
That's right, yeah. We put it in the grinder, we grind it down into a big beef patty.
And then we shove that in a DVD case, and whatever's on the DVD case is how much we liked it.
Yeah. So our ranking system, it's 4 quadrants. It starts at the very bottom of the bargain bin. This is something that just goes straight to DVD. Doesn't even sell at full price. It just goes on sale immediately.
Yeah.
Above that, we've got straight to video, which is, you know, basically it's a film. It's fine. It'll entertain your kids. It's out there, but like you're watching it at home.
You see it on the shelf and you're like, no. And then you go to the next set of DVDs.
Yeah. You watch it and then you probably don't remember it. We've got the Diamond Edition, which is a little step above that. Like, it's still a straight to DVD, but some nice special features. It gets a nice treatment. This is a decent little film, actually.
Maybe it has a slip cover on it and some unique art.
Oh my God. And then right above that, we've got what we like to call the Disney Classics, which is this is the section where we put any film that really should have been theatrically released. It should be on the same par as the other Disney classic films. It's the creme de la creme. So where do you think Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time belongs on our little ranking system? Bearing in mind you have already told us.
Yeah, I kind of did tell you. So I'm not going to shock anyone. This is a fucking Disney classic. It's so good. It's so good. Doesn't deserve to be in any of the others. I did not like. There was no point in this that I was like, this is boring.
Yeah.
And this was controversial, I think I might like it better than the original.
To be honest, when I watched this, because I watched this before you, and then even then, like before we record, we really don't let each other know our thoughts. I was really worried that going into this, I was going to have a bit of a nightmare and we'd have our first disagreement. Because I was like, I'm putting this in Disney Classics. Thank God it hit for you as well.
Yes!
I agree. I like Cinderella 1 more than you, and I still like this more than that.
It's so good.
Yeah, it feels like it should have... I know it did get theatrically released here, but... it should have been like a worldwide one. This is like really good. They should have been well proud of this.
It's shockingly good. This is the thing. Like, when you mentioned that we were going to cover Cinderella 2 and Cinderella 3, one after the other, I was like, this is going to be the end of me. I'm going to die. I nearly did after Cinderella 2. I've been brought back to life. Like, there's so much... I have hope. I have hope for some of these sequels. Because this is a certified... banger. This is such a good film. Please go and watch it.
I didn't expect it, but I completely agree. Although I would be curious to find out how other people agree with us as well.
Oh, would you? Would you now? Would you like some? Do you want some yummy little letterbox?
Oh, that would be delightful. That would be absolutely delightful. What a chaser for this lovely little meal we've had.
So we have a review here from Stevie, 5 stars, and it says, "You know what? Question mark. Fuck you. Name a joke that doesn't land." Agreed.
Yeah.
So we've got 4.5 stars from Liam Expert Film, and he says, "Always the guiltiest pleasure to watch this. The scene where the prince dips out through the window is peak comedy." Agreed. The ending is sweet. Cinderella and the prince's relationship is nice. Overall, despite some little moments that made me cringe, it's still a very worthy sequel to the original. 4.5 stars. Agreed. Apart from the cringe part, because I don't think there's anything.
No, not
cringe.
really.
Brooke Catherine gave it 5 stars, said, "This is how you do a badass princess." Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh my god, someone understands me. 5 stars from Princess Lucas. "The evil magic pumpkin carriage is my Mad Max Fury Road." We've got 3 stars from My Gojo Academia, who says, "A Disney sequel that's low-key better than the original." We've got one from MILF, 5 stars. More people need to see this movie. Do you know what? It's mostly 3 stars, right, but there's 10,933 5-star reviews on this. So it is liked a lot.
It does have love.
I'm reinvigorated for whatever we've got coming next.
Nice. Well, next we have the sequel to Peter Pan, and this is called Return to Neverland. It's not called Peter Pan 2. They were like, you know what? You know what the fuck this is, bitch. I've actually seen this one as a little kid, and I don't remember, I was 7, I don't remember anything about it other than one specific scene, which I'm sure I'll get into next week. Have you got any experience with this or the original at all? Or?
As we mentioned a few episodes ago, I am not a Peter-phile.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
So I do not remember Peter Pan at all. I'm going to be rewatching Peter Pan. I've definitely seen it, but it was probably when I was a tiny little baby on a VHS. And I've not seen Return to Neverland, so I have no idea what this is going to be. Yeah, I'm excited. Excited to... I'm not going to say that.
What are you going to say? Become a pedophile?
Yeah! I'm not going to say that. I'm not.
So, in the meantime, while you're waiting for the Return to Neverland, where could the folks find us?
Well, you could find me at Jimmy Smurds on Instagram, and you can find me on Letterboxd. My name is Narumph on there, which is NAH space RUMPH. Where can they find you, Andy?
I'm on Instagram under Oatman's Movies. That's OATMUNS Movies. And on Letterboxd at Odeboat.
Thank you so much for our music created by the wonderful and endlessly talented Joe Tyrone.
Absolutely. And thank you as well to the producer and the guy who created most of the artwork for the podcast, Jordan G.
Thank you, Jordan. Love you.
If you missed us while we're not on air, you can catch us on Instagram at AfterEverAfterPod. I believe we're on TikTok under the same name.
I think it's... I'm going to double check that because I think it's It's either After Ever After Pod or After Ever After Clips. So let me just double check that. Okay.
Calm down, James!
It's After Ever After Clips.
After Ever After Clips on TikTok. And we've also got the YouTube channel, which if you search for the After Ever After podcast, we will come up.
Yes, there should be a couple of silly little animations.
Oh, they're
which
fantastic.
Is the little thing that I was talking about. I've been doing a couple of those, and I need to get some more under my belt. But yeah, hope you like them. Let me know if you do. And if you have any correspondence as well, if you want to get in touch with us, send us an email at aftereverafterpod@gmail.com.
Yes, please.
We'd love to hear from you. Where are our Cinderella heads at? Oh, sorry, Cinderella heads.
Cinderella supremacy.
Oh, man. Andy? I'll see you after ever after.
I'll see you after ever after, as long as someone doesn't flashpoint us out of existence. Take care.
Bye!